Just chose not to talk to nobody because I can't deal with dudes these days. Like, I can't deal with all the extra and the baby mamas and the exes and the cheating and the lying. Like, I'm not built for that. I don't even play those type of games. So it's just like, if I get cheated on again, at the end of the day gotta end, and somebody gonna end up hurting. It's not going to be me.
My best word of advice is don't even try to date in this generation, bro. Don't even like anyone. Don't even put yourself through it.
Hey ladies, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about why we're single. Everybody is single for different reasons. Some people are single by default. Some people are single because they're working on themselves and have goals. Some people are single because they just don't want anyone taking their space and their time. Everyone has their own reason. I think it's important to understand why you're single. That way you can have some type of standards and just, self-reflect, because at the end of the day, being single is a choice. So, everybody has their own reasons. Let's get into the video.
You're like, Tori, why are you single? I'll tell you why I'm single. Because I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm the only adult. I've done so much work on myself. And if I can do the work to regulate my nervous system, heal and deal with my emotional trauma, learn to communicate my needs and wants and desires, know how to take accountability and responsibility for my shit, if I can learn how to not shy away and be afraid and run when a hard conversation is needed to be had, so can you. So can you. And I am not going to be the only responsible adult in a relationship with two people. Because if a man is being inconsistent, if he is being wishy-washy and unclear and making plans and then not sticking with them, if he says one thing and constantly does another, then I'm not dealing with a man. I'm dealing with an emotionally stunted, immature, wounded, unavailable, avoidant little boy. And I want to be with a man. I don't want to be with a boy. So I am forever going to stay single until that is possible, because you need to be bringing the same energy and effort as I do. I don't work on myself to be the best version of myself, to settle for somebody who is not doing that work or bringing that to the table.
I'm talking to you now, so I'm seeing you. No, I'm not doing that.
You said what?
I'm not doing that.
Why are you not doing that?
Because I'm not. You live in Timbuktu. Why would I? No. Mm-mm.
You live in Timbuktu. All the times I would always drive to you.
Hey, I'm a lady.
And?
I'm a lady.
You miss me, you care about me, you'll drive
I'm
me.
a lady. If you miss me, you care about me, you'll come to me. I am a lady.
I will be all warmed up, ready to go. I will have my gear on, and I need you to give me a message. What? It's safe. Okay, let me play back.
Okay.
All dogs go to heaven, and I got Xanax.
It's come to the point where being single is just a lot safer than dating, getting into a relationship, being in a situationship, or anything with anybody, because the way that these men are set up nowadays, the way that these men move about, the way that these men lie, cheat, finesse, use, abuse, mistreat, all of that, the way that they do that so openly and also without any remorse, without any care, like, what is going on? I don't understand. Like, nobody can convince me at any point right now that being in a relationship is better than being single. Nobody, because I am so at peace and content with myself. The only times I feel like stressed out is when I see what these women are going through at the hands of these men. Like, when I reflect on my past relationship, I remember the stress. When I see other women going through it in their relationship every day, the algorithm wants to show me stories of women who are going through it with these men who have been cheated on, who have been abused, who have been lied to. And it's just like, is there even a point of being in a relationship? I don't think anybody could convince me at this point.
I can't handle. I'll choke slam a nigga through a glass table.
Okay, so what do y'all think about the lady that was on the phone doing her makeup? Like, at first, when I first seen it, I was like, she was kind of hard on him. But then when I heard it for a second time, I was like, oh, okay, they're at the stage where the man tries to flip it and make it seem like you want him. They try to make it seem like you're chasing them. So when he said, oh, come see me, like, she was like, no, like, you're interested in me. You need to be coming to see me. I'm the lady. No, I'm not coming to see you. You called me. You asked if I was free. You want to see me. You want to take me out. You want my body. No, I'm not coming to see you. This is why I'm single now, because you can't even help yourself to be around me. You want me to jump in and help you out. Like, I see where she's going. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Let me know.
Y'all started dating when y'all were 12 and haven't been single since. That's why y'all think being single is an insult. Especially men. I don't know what it is, but men think single is the worst insult to a woman. Like, if a man can't find nothing else to say about you, he'll be like, oh, that's why you single, da-da-da-da. And it's just like, okay. When you're not out here desperate for a relationship and you want something real and authentic and something that actually serves you, you're going to be single. It's so easy to just go outside and get in a fucking relationship. You know how many, I could be in 10 relationships if I wanted to. But it's just the fact that everything that's available is not good for you. And I see it in the way that y'all try to push these influencers together and force them to get together just because two people of the opposite sex vibe well together.
Somebody asked, do you guys know why you're single? And I'll speak for myself. I know exactly why I'm single, because I've never dated a guy that God would have approved for me. Not to say, let me clarify and say that I've actually only dated great men. I have a great picker. I've only dated really wonderful guys. Good people to their core, obviously not perfect and clearly not from me, because we would be together if that was the case, but like good people. But never somebody who's further along in their faith than I am.
Yeah.
And I know without a shadow of a doubt that the person God has for me is like so far along in their faith than I am. And I have such a desire, like a yearning to be led spiritually. I just want to sit and look up at a man talking to me about theology. And I'll be so happy. You know,
the trend that's going around right now when people are like, oh, I'm focusing on myself, and they show how they partner, DM them, and how they together now, whatever. This is why I'm single. Because half those, not even half, 90% of those DMs didn't work on me. I seen one where it was like a guy, she was holding the baby, right? And he slid up on her and said, oh, is that our baby? Let's get started on ours, or something like that. That would have never worked on me. That would have actually terrified me. What are you talking about? So this is why I'm single. This is why I'm single.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Huh? Yeah, it's serious. Alright.
So I'm going to tell you the reasons why I love being a single girl, and it's genuinely not because I speak to boys, because I barely speak to anyone, because they're all fucking boring. But I'm just going to tell you a few reasons why I love being single. Do you know what's literally bringing me the most peace at the moment? Like, being able to go out with the girls and keeping your phone in your bag, knowing you've got no one to text. And, like, posting stories for yourself rather than, like, being like, oh my god, like, I'm going to post and see if he likes my story. Or, like, I'm going to post and see if he looks at my story. That could literally never be me again. Like, checking their following count. Checking their following, like... When I say, like, that is never happening again, if I ever like somebody again and I start doing that, my friends can literally disown me, because that is so toxic. Going to sleep knowing that no one's lying, son, I'm meant to be taking my makeup off, is not disrespecting you, is unreal. Like, going to sleep and waking up with no one on your mind. Like, not thinking like, oh my god, is he going to text me today? No. Also, like, I don't know what it is, but whenever I get into a relationship, like, I instantly, like, pull all my energy out and, like, put it onto them and worry about how they're feeling rather than myself. Like, I really dismiss all my feelings and like lose all my independence, and like I'm the most independent girl ever, but when I get in a relationship, like I just lose all of that, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like I literally feel like I'm like a different person. It's so weird.
Guys, I figured out the reason why I'm single. Apparently you have to go outside and meet people. Like you actually have to go outside and talk to them. Yeah, it's gonna be a no for me.
I saw a girl say that if you can't find a man, it's because your husband is praying for you and praying for God to protect you until he finds you. Baby, that man is praying for real. He is praying for real.
Thank God I'm single, because let me just tell you about what happened. I go to the beach, right? I'm at the beach all day long. Well, immediately my phone dies, obviously, and I toss it in the sand, no big deal. I go hunt for seashells. There's sea turtles everywhere with the girls. It's a dream. Well, at some point, a wave came and totally destroyed my phone. Filled with salt water. It was already cracked. In every way, it was cracked. But whatever, so the phone, that baby broke. She was done for. She was not gonna turn on. That was 5 hours before we left. We left at dark, and then the girls wanna go out dancing. So what am I gonna do? Worry about my phone or go out dancing with the girls? I'm gonna go out dancing with the girls, duh. You don't need a phone for that. And honestly, I don't know how I would explain this to someone.
People in the comments on that last girl's video were like, she's definitely giving like Lindsay Lohan realness back in the early 2000s, like just sitting there commentating about her life, like unbothered. But see, that's the type of luxury that comes to you when you don't have a man stressing you out. Like you have time and energy to put into yourself to even act like you're the main character, even though you're not. Just like you act like my man, when he don't claim you, you can really act like you're the main character, and nobody is going to go out of their way to kind of like undercut you and bring you down. You know, if you don't have a partner, you can kind of just freely do your own thing, whether you choose to be successful or choose to relax or choose to, whatever you do, you just choose to be selfish with your time. Those are some of the benefits of being single.
I'm gonna make a video about a study with dating app profiles, right? Where if a woman says she's looking for a guy with a good sense of humor, she means like a guy who's funny, tells jokes, like it's funny. And if a guy says he's looking for a girl with a good sense of humor, he's referring to someone who will laugh at his jokes. Not someone who makes jokes herself and is also funny, but is rather there to be like, hardy har har. Oh, you're so funny. That's what he's looking for. That's why I'm single.
So I get a lot of people writing on my videos being like, why are you single? What's wrong with you? Or this is what women do that are crazy and just, you know, make excuses for themselves. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that write some wild stuff on my videos. And I am a pretty self-aware human. So I know the reason. And to set the record straight, not that I personally really care what people think, but I think other people are probably quite similar to me. I don't have the best judgment of character. I just don't. I think it might be getting better. But sometimes I don't even know if it's not having good judgment. I truly do see the best in people. And I think that tends to kind of shadow out some red flags. And then I end up having a lot of allowances. I fall in love very fast as well. So that also shadows out some red flags and kind of increases those allowances again. And then eventually, over a pretty short amount of time, I do see those true colors and the lack of compatibility. And then I don't believe that we should stay in relationships just to stay in them. Everybody deserves happiness, right? So that human and I will go our separate ways. Sometimes we stay friends, sometimes we don't, and it's fine either way. But there's so many people in this world. There's only a handful of people that could be potentially your soulmate or truly compatible with you. I think it's totally fine and normal to not find that person necessarily in your 20s or your 30s, maybe your 40s, maybe your 50s. It doesn't matter. As long as you are independent and confident and enjoying your own time with yourself in between your relationships, who cares? Because the goal is joy.
It is funny to me when I'm in one of those moods where I'm like, why am I still single? When the answer is obviously that I like only want a relationship that fits into my life in like the most specific and convenient way possible. I love my apartment and I don't want anyone else taking up space here. I have a beautiful, perfect dog that I like don't want anyone else to like infringe on my relationship with her. Like, I don't want anyone else to like, when we in the mornings do belly rubs time, I don't have a name for it, but like in the morning we wake up and she like rolls around her belly and then I rub her belly and then she gives me a kiss on the forehead. I'm like, what is a man gonna rub a belly and kiss a forehead? I just don't know what I would like do with a boyfriend if I met one. Like, where would they go? In this chair? I suppose there's room in the chairs.
List of why I'm single. Number one, I want a friendship first, and y'all want to skip steps and casually slut each other out. It's giving hypersexualized. So it's a 2. Y'all want to play house because y'all looking for help, not love. Uninterested. 3, our goals don't align. You not working on or towards shit, and that's a fucking turn off. I'm sorry. If where I see my life going is not somewhere where you also want to be, that's a red flag for me. 4, I can't see myself having children with you because you're either not mature enough, not petty enough. And I know that's oxymoronical as fuck, but yeah, I need a balance of both. And if you act like a kid yourself, surely can't see myself having a kid with you. Absolutely. 5, a lot of these niggas pull-up game be trash. Y'all talk too much and don't do nothing. The shit you say you don't do, you don't keep your words. So if you can't pull up on me, you scared to hop a flight, you scared to come see your mans, what the fuck gonna do with that? You're gonna be unreliable as anything the fuck else. Not interested. 6, these men want to be women and don't understand head ass behavior, because if I'm gonna be with somebody, they gotta be head ass about me, and if you're not, bye. 7, y'all not gentlemen enough. The conversations are rudimentary and I'm just over it. 8, y'all boring. The things that make a relationship fun, y'all worried about what other people gonna think instead of keeping your eyes on your own paper. I can't do that. If, you know what I'm saying, we decide that we gonna build a fort in our living room and watch movies out the fort, that's what the fuck we doing. But you so worried about what your friends gonna think, go date your fucking friends. I don't got time for that shit. 9, not being weird enough. This might go back to the last one, but if you're not securing your manhood enough, if you're not considerate enough, it's really not gonna work. I can't be with somebody who is not securing their manhood, because I have friends that are transgender, that are gay, that are bisexual, that are pansexual, whatever the case may be, and I accept them for who they are. I can't be with somebody who's gonna have an issue with that. Like, granted, I don't need my man to go to a drag show with me, but if he wanted to go, or it was an activity for somebody's birthday, like, I need you to be comfortable enough in your manhood to be like, yes, I'll go, I'll participate, I'm cool with that, or no, I'm cool, have fun, here goes some money, tell this person I said happy birthday, call it a fucking day. And last but certainly not least, the lack of communication. Yeah, even though I'm gonna look at how you act anyway, yeah, I'm not chasing no fucking man. That shit's over with. And then the way that people communicate when they upset, the way that people handle you when they upset, that is all wrapped into communication for me. And I'm sorry, but a lot of these people that I'm coming across, these are my top 10s about them that just turn me off and be like, you know what, I'm cool. Talking stage don't even fucking last, because I just see through so much bullshit off back.
You see, I agree with 7 out of the 10 things she said just off top of my head. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all ladies agree with it as well. So how hard is it to abide by those things? If we all want the same thing and we're all saying it, that just lets you know that these men, they just don't want to do it. They just don't care. So why do you care about pleasing them so much? Why? I just thought I'd ask that question. Let's continue.
I think the number one reason is that I have just like walked away from a lot of mediocre situations and relationships. I was actually engaged before. I got engaged when I was 25. I'm 28 now. I have been single like basically for about 2 years. Like, I've had little relationships within that time period here and there, but nothing like super significant or serious or anything like that. And in relationships, I used to be extremely anxiously attached and codependent and was like a serial dater. Like, I really could not be alone. It was like the scariest thing in the world to me. So even if I wasn't in a relationship, I was always kind of like talking to someone, or I would do this thing where I would just like start up like relationships from my past that have since ended, I think just to like find comfort, like, or cope with being alone. I don't know. So I did a lot of work, and I'm doing a lot of work on myself of just like learning how to be alone, embrace being alone, and not feel like I need to have somebody in my life to feel full and feel like a full, complete person. And I just really feel like these past couple of years I have fallen in love with just myself alone. And I think to that end, because I feel so happy and just like solid and complete as a person by myself, I love my alone time, I love my career, I love my friends, I have like businesses and creative projects that I'm really passionate about that make me feel the type of fulfillment that I used to feel through a relationship, I think.
What do you want? I didn't want a boyfriend, I wanted my person. And I was willing to wait.
I love that. When people ask me why I'm single, this is why. When they ask, aren't you jealous of your friends who are in relationships who are married? No, because I wouldn't want to date or be in a relationship with those men. Nothing wrong with those men, but they're not my man. When people say, aren't you lonely? Yeah, I'm lonely, but you know what's more lonely than being alone? Being in a relationship with the wrong person. Being in a relationship with an abusive person. Being in a relationship with somebody who doesn't get you. In a relationship with somebody who you can't communicate with. Literally in a house with another person that is not your person. You'll see me talk about being single and saying that I want a relationship, and I do, with the right person, and they say me wanting that relationship makes me desperate. What's actually desperate is filling an inner wound, filling an inner trauma, filling an inner void with another person, rather than doing the inner work, rather than figuring out who you are, what you want, what you need, how you communicate, what you're looking for, and being willing to be by yourself until you find it. Not settling, not giving up, believing in yourself, and knowing that there will be a day when you meet that person that does fulfill the things that you want, desire, and need.
The whole purpose of this video was to give you a list of reasons to reflect on the next time a man says, that's why you single. That's why you single. Yeah, now you have a video of 150 reasons of why women choose to be single. So enjoy choosing from that list when you're responding to the person that tried to insult you by calling you single. That's funny. But if you enjoyed this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I see a lot of returning viewers that are not subscribed and haven't been liking the video. So y'all go ahead and do y'all's part. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Thinking that it's impossible for a woman to be navigating through life without having a roster or talking to different men, that's crazy. That's crazy that y'all men could even believe that there's enough great candidates out on the dating scene that somebody could have a roster. I hate to break it to you, unless you don't have standards, there's no way to possibly have a ongoing roster. It's not. Because it's not hard to figure out when something ain't going to work with somebody and when something don't make sense. So to just be keeping people around who don't make sense and will never be an eligible candidate is a waste of time. And when you're a person that moves with purpose, it doesn't make sense for you to be keeping people around who don't have a purpose. All right.